samadhi. And Suprabhatam, wake up call, wake up song for Paramashivam.
Nithyanandam Paramasukhadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrisham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Satgurum Tam Namami. Welcome to Nithyananda Yoga, where we transcend the limits of conventional practice and dive deep into the source of our being, drawing from the original source of yoga itself. Today, we're embarking on a journey of a simple 308 asanas, the Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama. But it's not just about contorting the body or mastering complex postures. It is about connecting in oneness with the cosmos. Your body will be like wax, moldable and pliable. Today, as we embark on this journey, shed the notion of limitations. Forget the boundaries imposed by your bone and flesh. Instead, recognize yourself as the very source material of the cosmos, the consciousness from where we all come from. With each movement, you will not just be stretching muscles. You will be reaching into the depths of your consciousness. Visualize yourself as a sculptor, crafting your form with intention and precision. Want to grow 4 inches taller by the end of this session? Believe it, for your body is a wax waiting to be molded as per your intention. There is only one enemy towards this that we have built within each one of us. That is the parasites of negativity. Every muscle you have built in the moment of anger, of anxiety, of pain, of incompletion becomes the boundary of your consciousness. Today, we embark on a journey to detoxify ourselves, make us experience our original nature as divine. So as we go through these 12 components, which is so unique to Nithyananda Yoga, from the original source, the Vedas and Agamas. Remember, you are not bound by limitations. You are the creator of your reality. Embrace your true nature. Let us sculpt our beings into an epitome of strength, flexibility, and bliss. Welcome to a transformative experience like no other, Nithyananda Yoga. There are 12 different components that consist Nithyananda Yoga. One is the asanas, which we traditionally know of. The various body postures revealed by Paramashiva to align the physical geometry of our body, the physical geography of our body, to the cosmic geometry, the cosmic geography. As Paramashiva says, sthiram sukham asanam, that body posture which is steady, comfortable, because it's in its original nature of Paramashivatva. The second are the pranayamas, the various systematic breathing techniques that Paramashiva has revealed for each one of us, that connect us to the higher dimensions of the cosmos and increase the life energy within us. The fourth are the bandhas, the different internal locks of the body. The third are the mudras, the various hand gestures and body movements to seal that life energy within ourselves. The very word mudra means seals. You will be able to seal the space of oneness within you with Paramashiva. The fourth are the bandhas, the various internal locks of the body to awaken the Kundalini Shakti, our latent potential energy, and make us conducive for the ultimate experience. The fifth are the Karanas, the beautiful dance movements of the body, revealed by Paramashiva to put you in the space of ultimate bliss, and which engage all the different parts of your body. The next are the visualizations. As Swamiji says, the intention with which you move your body manifests as your reality. As you hold the visualization within you of the various gods and goddesses of Kailasa, of the various beings of this universe, you manifest the powers of those beings within you. The next are the japas, the various powerful energy vibrations of the cosmos that you will be subtly repeating in your throat center that will cause your very DNA to be bound to the cosmos, to your consciousness with the highest frequency possible. The next are the pramanas, the chanting of the sacred mantras, the original source scripture of Hinduism that reveal the science of Nithyananda Yoga, of yoga, because as Swamiji says, yoga has a source and it is Hinduism. These original verses will manifest the vision Paramashiva had when he created yoga in each and every one of us. There are weights, which is an optional component, helps us to enhance our experience of Nithyananda Yoga as revealed from the source scriptures of Hinduism. The next are the mandalas, the cosmic geometrical representation. The Shri Chakra, the Shri Yantra, which is the direct geometrical representation of the cosmos. When you keep that in front of you and gaze at it throughout your Nithyananda Yoga, your body will fluidly just align itself to the cosmos. We have the Abharana, the Rudraksha, which we keep on our body, which acts as an energy battery, sucking in, storing the energy that we produce during this Nithyananda Yoga and releasing it to us throughout the day to fuel our entire day with consciousness. The last but not the least are the Aushadas, the various sacred herbs that you can apply to, which can be infused with the thought current of Paramashvatva to manifest it within you. With this understanding, let us get right into the practice of Nithyananda Yoga, which starts with invoking the presence of Paramashiva himself, the very being of Paramashiva, to witness our Nithyananda Yoga today, with the chanting of the Shiva Moola Mantra.
Let us now chant the Shiva Moola Mantra 11 times internally. Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha. 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 Om Ham Hom Shivaya Namaha.
The next step of this ritual of yoga, as Swamiji reveals, yoga is a ritual, a methodology to connect yourself with the divine. As every ritual in Hinduism goes, we cleanse the three elements of our body, of the world, and of the ultimate with the Tattvachamanam.
The next is the Tattvachamanam. So now I request all the participants to have the Panchapatram and the Uddharani, the traditional cup and the spoon filled with some fresh water. Now, keeping your right hand in the shape of a cow's ear, the Gokarna Mudra, pour an Uddharani of water from the Panchapatram and chanting each of the following mantras internally, drink the water that flows through the base of the palm. Om Atmatattvam Shodayami Svadha. Om Vidyatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Om Shivatattvam Shodhayami Svadha. Wash your right hand with water from the Panchapatram. Now, chanting the following mantra internally, wipe the upper and lower lips twice using the base of the right hand thumb, moving the hand from right to the left of the lips. Om Ham Hridayaya Namaha. Wash your right hand with water from the Panchapatram. Now, with the tips of right hand index, middle and ring finger, touch above the upper lips and below the lower lips. Wash your right hand with water from the Panchapatram. Now, with the tips of right hand index finger and thumb joined together, touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the tips of right hand ring finger and thumb joined together, touch your right eye, right ear, left ear. Wash your right hand with water from the Panchapatram. Now, with the base of the right hand thumb and little finger, touch the navel, right chest, left chest. With the right hand, fingertips together, touch the top of the head, right shoulder, left shoulder, and your heart center.
With that, we have the Sankalpa. The Sankalpa, the manifestation of our conscious intention. What is it today each one of us want to manifest through Nithyananda Yoga? Hold that in your inner space. Through this conscious intention, which directly happens with the blessings, with the grace of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Shri Nithyananda Paramashivam, you will just see your intention manifesting as reality.
The next is the Sankalpa, the conscious resolution. So now I request all participants now to, with your right hand, cover your left palm, which is the Sankalpa Mudra, and keep both the hands on the right thigh. Continue to keep this mudra till the end of the Sankalpa. Om Mamopata Samasta Duritakshayadvara Bhagavat Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीय पराध्ये श्री श्वेतवराह कल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे नित्ययुगे प्रथमे पादे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे शखाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यवहारिके प्रभवादीनां षष्ट्याः संवत्सराणां मध्ये शुभनाम संवत्सरे शुभायने शुभऋतौ शुभमासे शुभपक्षे शुभतिथौ शुभवासरयुक्तायां शुभनक्षत्र शुभयोग शुभकरण एवं गुणविशेषण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभदितौ श्री कैलासोन्नत द्वादशान्त श्यामलापीठारूढ श्री मीनाक्षी सुंदरेश्वरा भिन्न स्वरूप परशिवपुत्र रत्नकुमार गुरुमन्यतुल्यावतार श्री पार्वती स्तन्यपान लब्ध दिव्य ज्ञान विश्रुत सकल निगमागम सारभूत द्राविड वेद प्रवक्त्रे श्रीमत् परमशिव करुणा समधिगत मुक्तामय चतुरश्रयान गीयमान छत्र चामर श्रीचिन्ह काहलादि समस्त बिरदावल्यलंकृत ज्ञान विज्ञान चक्रवर्ती सर्वजन संग सद्यो निर्वाण दीक्षा व्यापवर्ग वर्ष विश्रान जीमूत परमत कलभ केसरी शैव सिद्धांत स्थापनाचार्य श्री राजाधिराज पांड्य महाराज गुरु क्षपन शाक्यादि महांधकार निवारण ज्ञान भानु वीक्षण नरहार ध्वजोच्छेदन पूर्वक श्रीमद वृषभध्वज स्थापक शैव समय कर्त्रे सर्वज्ञ पीठारूढ़ श्री जगद्गुरु श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक स्वामी वागीश सुंदर माणिक्य वाचक स्वामी नाम अवतार भूत श्री ज्ञान संबंध स्वामी पुनरुद्धृत श्यामलापीत सर्वज्ञ पीत तृणवद्युत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान अरुणगिरि योगीश्वर परंपरागत अरुणाचल सर्वज्ञ पीठ गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत कांची कैलास सर्वज्ञ पीठ त्रयष्टुत्तर द्विशततम गुरु महासन्निधान नित्योत्सव नित्य मंगल नित्य कल्याण नित्य रजित कैलास परंपरागत आदि कैलास नित्यानंद पीठ महासंस्थान महासिंहासन पीठ कर्त्रे साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत कैलास परंपरागत वैवस्वत मुनि इक्ष्वाकु हरिश्चंद्र भगीरथ श्रीरामचंद्र सूरसेन इत्यादि अनवच्छिन्न सार्वभौम चक्रवर्ती परंपरागत चतुष्षष्टि योगिनी मंडित चतुष्षष्टि संप्रदाय प्रवर्तक मनुधर्म शासन सूर्यवंश प्राप्त सर्वज्ञ पीठ सुरांगी साम्राज्य मूधाभिषिक्त चूडामणे साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत कपिल महागुरु पुनरुद्धृत महानिर्वाणि पीठ अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री महामंडलेश्वर साक्षात् श्री परम शिव समुद्भूत श्री महागणपति समारंभ अनवच्छिन्न पीताधीश्वर गुरु परंपरा प्राप्त अतल पीत अष्टोत्तर सहस्रतम अष्टोत्तर सहस्र श्री अतल पीताधीश्वर धर्म मुक्ति स्वर्गपुर स्वर्ण पीठ त्रयोविंश गुरु महासन्निधान कैलास परंपरागत आदिपीठ सर्वज्ञ पीठ जगद्गुरु श्री कैलास पुनरुद्धारक श्री कैलास परमाचार्य श्रीमत् परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य वर्य सच्चिदानंद प्रणव स्वरूप श्रोत्रिय ब्रह्मनिष्ठ श्रीमद् जगद्गुरु श्रील श्री भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव श्री ज्ञान संबंध देशिक परमाचार्य स्वामिनां प्रीत्यर्थम तेषां पादारविन्दयोः भक्ति सिद्ध्यर्थम गुरु कृपा कटाक्ष सिद्ध्यर्थम क्षेम स्थैर्य वीर विजय आयुरारोग्य ऐश्वर्यानां अभिवृद्ध्यर्थम धर्मार्थ काम मोक्ष चतुर्विध फल पुरुषार्थ सिद्ध्यर्थम समस्त दुरितोपशांत्यर्थम समस्त मंगलावाप्यर्थम भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव प्रसादेन सकुटुंबस्य ज्ञान वैराग्य जीवन मुक्ति प्राप्त्यर्थम भगवत श्री नित्यानंद परम शिव कृपा कटाक्षेन पूर्ण आरोग्य युक्त दृढ़गात्र यौगिक शरीर सिद्ध्यर्थम परम शिव शक्ति आविष्करणार्थम नित्यानंद योगाभ्यासं करिष्ये. Now wash your right hand with water from the Panchapatram. Om apaupasprisya.
Now, let's get started with the asanas. Okay? Sit first in a cross-legged position on the ground in Sukhasana. Bring your hands into the Bindu Mudra with your thumbs and index fingers touching each other. Place it on top of your knees. Here we have the Kumbhaka, the pranayama of Samana Kumbhaka. As you inhale and exhale, visualize flames licking up your spine. Do the bandhas, the locks, the Mahamudra Bandha, all three of the bandhas, where you are doing the Jalandhara Bandha, tucking in your chin to your chest, the Udyana Bandha, sucking in your stomach, and the Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum. For the first set of asanas, we have the japa Soham, which you'll be repeating in your throat center. As you do Sukhasana, visualize Lord Shiva in your inner space. The next asana is Parvatasana. Now, from the seated position, bring both your feet to the opposite thighs. Clasp your hands together in front of your heart center in the Anjali Mudra and raise it above your head. Keep your hands as straight as you can. Continue the Samana Kumbhaka and the Japa of Soham. Remain with all the three bandhas, the chin to your chest in Jalandhara Bandha, the stomach tucked in Udyana Bandha, and the clenched perineum in Moola Bandha. Here, visualize yourself as Mount Kailash. The next asana is Hali Pavasana. Now slowly bring your feet together in front of your body as you stretch it out a little further away. Now bring your hands behind your back and clasp the left hand by your right. Lean forward, placing your forehead on the ground as you continue to engage all the three bandhas. Here, gaze at your nose. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, in a similar position from Hali Pavasana, just release your hands, slightly get up and bring your hands in front of your body. Place them on the ground, cupping your hands, making a hollow in Nagi Pavasana. Visualize yourself as a snake, gazing at your nose. Continue the japa, the pranayama, and all three bandhas engaged. Now, raise up. This is Kokilasana. Hold your big toes with your index and middle finger in the Prana Mudra. Stretch your legs straight out and upwards. Cross it into Padmasana. Bring it to your opposite thighs. Lean forward and down onto your elbows. Again, tuck your chin into your chest, suck in your stomach, and clench the perineum in the Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself as a bird in Kokilasana. The next is Nithyananda. Now, raise up again. Bring one ankle to the top of the opposite knee. Hold the elbows with your hands. Hold the respective elbows with the opposite hands. Again, engage all the three bandhas and rotate your arms in a circular motion. Keep the spine completely straight and gaze towards your nose. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Next is Gajasana. Press your hands onto the ground. You can bring your feet a little back as you raise yourself up, your hips up high. Lower your head and then chest, scooping your body forward again and again. Here, engage the Udyana Bandha, where you suck in your stomach along with the Moola Bandha, clenching the perineum. Visualize yourself as an elephant. Gajasana. Now stop the movement slowly. In another dynamic asana, which is Rikshasana, you will start alternatively pressing the heel of one foot onto the ground while lifting the other heel up. Repeat this again and again. The next is Vaishyasana. Now slowly come to a standing position. Stand tall on the tips of just your big toes. Keep your head neck straight line. And bring the middle, index and ring fingers to your heart in the Hridaya Mudra. Continue engaging the Udyana Bandha. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Here we have a very interesting movement, which is the Karanas, the dance movements. So the first Karana is Urdhva Janu Karana. which literally means the raised knee. So now stand in the Aramandi position, which is your heels touching together, the toes facing outwards, almost at a 45-degree angle. Bend your knees low and keep both your hands at your chest, elbows parallel to the ground. Twist one knee towards the center of your body. Raise it up, back across the body back to the original position. Simultaneously with the leg movement, follow it with your respective hand, up and across the body. Repeat this alternatively on both sides. Now, in Balalingasana, come back to a standing position straight and interlace your fingers from outside in. This is the Sarvajnapeetham mudra. Hold on to your knee, pulling it up towards your chest. Pull it tight. Continue to keep your spine straight. Engage all the three bandhas, the Jalandhara bandha, the Udyana bandha and the Moola bandha. As you are holding your knee, visualize yourself holding, caressing a baby. Balalingasana. The next asana is Pattabhishekam. Now the same foot which is raised, clasp it with your hands and pull it behind towards your body, holding it with both your hands. Again, engage all the three bandhas, standing tall. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space. From here, let's enter into Natarajasana. Now, the same foot you're already holding behind your back, twist the same hand of that leg inwards and pull the leg back. Extend the opposite hand forward with the index and thumbs together, again in the Bindu Mudra. Now, pull the foot back and up while leaning forward in Natarajasana. Hold your balance here. Here you will be engaging only the Moola Bandha, visualizing yourself as Lord Nataraja, the Lord of Dance. Now again let's repeat Balalingasana on the other side with the other leg. Pull it up towards your chest with the hands in the Sarvajnapeetham mudra. Engage all the three bandhas as you visualize yourself holding and caressing a baby. Now pull your foot back into Pattabhishekam on the other side. Remain with all the three bandhas engaged. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And lean forward. Now, hands stretched in the Bindu Mudra into Natarajasana. Balance there as you visualize yourself as Lord Nataraja. Now, come back to a standing position. Release your leg. Gain your balance. As we enter into the Ardharechita Karana. Now again bring yourself to the Aramandi position, heels together, toes pointed outwards and knees bent. Now from this position, bring your right foot onto the tips of the toes behind the left heel. The heel should be up. Bring your left hand towards your chest, parallel to the ground again, and extend the right arm out and wide like a pendulum. Bring it back towards your chest. Now while your arm is swinging, remember to move your fingers one by one inwards towards the palm and then outwards. Now place the right hand over the nose. Uncross your ankles. Let's do this on the other side also. Cross the left ankle behind and stretch the left hand out like a pendulum. Bring it to your nose and cross the ankles. Now let us enter into the skeleton dance. It's a very powerful meditation. It cleanses the muscle memory. Any patterns which are there within your muscle memory can be completely wiped out through this skeleton dance. Just 2 simple steps. Now stand straight. Visualize yourself as a skeleton. You can close your eyes. Just visualize yourself as pure bones. There are no muscles, no veins, no nerves, tissues, organs, nothing. Just bones, a skeleton form. And shake your body intensely. as a skeleton, you are moving yourself wildly, intensely. Just shake it all out. Move your hands, move your legs, your head. Let there be no bone in your body untouched. Just move it. Move wildly, shake. Literally feel yourself throwing all the patterns out of your system with the intensity of your shaking. Now slowly calm down. Take a few steps, gain your breath back. That's a powerful meditation we did. Let us do the next Karana. Again, come back to a standing position. Do the Aramandi. Your toes outwards, knees bent with your feet together. Now here, raise your hands above your head. Keep your palms completely straight and cross the wrists with the palms facing forward and the back of the hands outward. Now from the crossed wrists, uncross the wrists, spreading your arms out wide while you turn your hip towards the side. Turn by the waist sideways. Bring your hands back over the head and turn on the other side. Repeat this on the other side. Do it again. Let's twist out. Come back to the middle and twist out again. This is the Kati China Karana. Now stand tall. Raise your hands above your head. Bring yourself to the top of the tip of your toes. Let your hands face each other parallel to the ears. You're tall. Pushing yourself, stretching yourself. Again, engage all the three bandhas. Tucking in your chin to the chest, sucking in your stomach and clenching your perineum. Visualize yourself as a palm tree. We have the japa changing over here where you will be repeating Shivoham in your throat center. Tadasana. Now, as we enter into Uttanasana, relax and lean forward, bringing your hands on by the ground next to your feet. Keep your palms flat on the ground. Try your best. Engage all the three bandhas. Remain with all the three bandhas engaged as you visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism himself, in your inner space. Now jump your feet back into Tarakshvasana, coming to a plank position. Keep your hands shoulder width apart. Be steady there. Chuck in your chin to your chest in the Jalandhara Bandha as well as engaging the Moola Bandha. Now rotate your head while in the Jalandhara Bandha from shoulder to shoulder, side to side. This is Tarakshvasana. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Yes. Now lay flat onto the ground in Bhujangasana. Lower your entire body down. Now point your toes backwards. Keep your hands by the side of your chest and push yourself off the ground. Remember to use the strength of your lower back to hold yourself up. Open your mouth wide. Inhale through the hollow of your throat and exhale through your nose. This is the Bhujangani Mudra. In Bhujangasana, you will visualize yourself as a cobra. Now come back into a plank position. So you can tuck in your toes and come back into a plank position. In Shashasana, alternate bringing one knee towards your chest, back and forth. So you'll bring one knee front, push it back and bring the other knee. Repeat this again and again. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka. Simple breathing in, breathing out. Engage the Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. Okay. Now place your legs back into the plank position as we enter into Rathasana. Again, bring one foot between your hands and alternate jumping one foot back and bringing the other foot forward simultaneously. Again and again. Continue the Sahaja Kumbhaka and the Moola Bandha engaged as you visualize yourself as a chariot, a Ratha, in Rathasana. Now, into Veerabhadrasana. Remain one leg in between your hands. So as you jump, one leg comes between your hands. Stop in that position. One leg stretched back. And raise yourself up into a standing position. So the front foot will be pointing forwards and bent at a 90-degree angle. The knee will be bent at a 90-degree angle. The other leg, which is extended back, the foot will be pointed sideways at a 45-degree angle. Now raise your palms, hands up, parallel beside your ears. Do the Uddiyana Bandha along with the Mula Bandha, pulling in your stomach in. Gaze towards your third eye as you visualize yourself as Lord Veerabhadra. Now relax down, switch your legs around and let us do Veerabhadrasana on the other side. Stretch your hands up, gaze towards your third eye, suck in your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha and visualize yourself as Lord Veerabhadra. Okay, bring your feet together now. Let us move into Vrikshasana. Now stand tall, gain your balance here slowly. Bring one foot towards the inner thigh. Bring your palms together, raise them up above your head in the Anjali Mudra. Keep your elbows as straight as you can. Again, continue the Uddiyana Bandha, sucking in your stomach. Gaze forward, hold your balance, visualize yourself as a tree, the stability of a tree in Vrikshasana. Now, slowly bring your hands down. Now the foot which is in your inner thigh, bring it towards the opposite, to the root of the opposite thigh. Bring your hands in the Namaskar Mudra in front of your heart center together and visualize yourself here as Lord Garuda, just engaging the Mula Bandha alone here. This is Garudasana. Now let us repeat Vrikshasana on the other side. Slowly put your foot down, bring the other foot to the inner thigh, raise your hands above your head, suck in your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha and visualize yourself as a tree. Let's repeat Garudasana on the other side. Slowly bring the foot to the opposite thigh and lower your hands to be in front of your heart center. Release the Uddiyana Bandha, just engaging the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda, the eagle vehicle of Lord Mahavishnu. Okay, bring both your feet to the ground now and spread them far apart from each other. Now keep one leg toes pointing forward and the other set of toes pointing sideways. Straighten your arms out parallel towards the ground. Bring your front arm down towards the front foot, beside your foot, while the other arm extends towards the sky. Visualize yourself as a triangle in Trikonasana. Now raise up and let's repeat Trikonasana on the other side. Switch the position of your legs around and go forward. The other arm raised towards the sky. Visualize yourself as a triangle. Now come back to a standing position. Bring your feet together. We are having another Karana, the Nikuttaka Karana. Bring yourself to the Aramandi position. Feet together, knees out wide. Here now bring your hands towards your chest, but keep both your palms parallel towards each other. Bring your right foot onto the toes with the heels up. And simultaneously bringing the right hand towards the top. Now drop the right foot, simultaneously lifting the left foot onto the toes and switch the hands position. Now the left hand is on the top and the right hand is on the bottom. Repeat and let us do this repeatedly. Okay, relax now, come back to a straight position and sit down onto your toes. Sit on your heels with your toes on the ground, knees raised up off the ground, together in front of you in Angushtasana. Bring your hands together in the Namaskara Mudra in front of your heart center. We have a very interesting pranayama over here, which is the Bhramari Kumbhaka, where you will be subtly buzzing like a bee as you do this asana. The japa we will be entering into is Sada Shivoham. In Angushtasana, engage the Mula Bandha, as you visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, in the same position, slowly bring your hands to the ground. Balance yourself as you stretch one foot forward, sitting on the heel of one foot and the other foot stretched forward, toes pointed upwards. Bring your hands to the Vara Mudra, just the tips of the finger on the ground while the palm faces forward, both your hands. Continue to engage the Mula Bandha, clenching the perineum as you visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, stretch, the leg is stretched forward, right? Stretch the same hand, the respective hand forward and clasp onto the big toe of that foot in the Prana Mudra with your index and middle fingers. The other hand, bring it to the back of the respective heel in Vidhunanasana as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Okay, bring your 2 feet back together as we repeat Saurasana on the other side. Stretch your left leg forward now. Palms in the Vara Mudra on the ground. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. And lean forward into Vidhunanasana on the other leg. Clasp your toes. Bring the other hand to the back heel. Continue to visualize Swamiji. Now bring your 2 feet back together as you continue to sit on the heels, getting a nice toe workout here. Balance on your toes, bring your knees together in front of you. Now place your palms on top of the respective knees with the hands facing upwards, the palms facing upwards. Leave a slight gap between your palms and knees. As you gaze forward, engage the Jalandhara Bandha, tucking in your chin to your chest, and look between the gap between your hands. Brahma Jurankushasana. The next is Kapilasana. Now spread your knees wide and place them onto the ground. Keep your hands on the respective knees. Pull your stomach in and up in the Uddiyana Bandha. Gaze towards your nose as you visualize yourself as Maha Kapila Muni, the first man that ever started thinking. In the same position, just release that Uddiyana Bandha. Release the lock of the stomach, but continue to clench your perineum in Mula Bandha as you switch your gaze to your third eye. So from your nose, switch your gaze to the third eye. Visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Bhadra Gorakshasana. Next is Suryasana. Now, your toes are tucked. Just lift your knees off the ground, wide apart. Bring your hands together in the Padma Mudra with the little fingers and thumbs joined together. Engage the Uddiyana Bandha, suck in your stomach and raise your hands up tall above your head. Slightly lean back as you look towards the gap between your hands. Visualize Lord Surya in your inner space. Now relax, slowly bring your hands to the ground. Sit on top of your heels, the toes flat. Here, keep your hands on top of your knees and lift your tongue up against the roof of your mouth in the Manduki Mudra. Do the Sahaja Kumbhaka, simple breathing in and out. Engage the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. With the Japa Sadashivoham, repeating in your inner space, here you will visualize yourself as a frog in Mandukasana. Your tongue pressed against the upper palate. Is your frog-like tongue catching the nectar of immortality dripping from your Sahasrara Chakra? Gaze towards your third eye in Mandukasana. Now from here itself, moving into Uttana Mandukasana. Just bring your hands to the opposite shoulders, remaining in the same seated position. Continue with the Uddiyana Bandha engaged, gazing at your third eye. The Manduki Mudra, tongue pressed against the top of your palate, visualizing yourself as a frog in Uttana Mandukasana. Slowly bring your hands out from behind your back. Now slightly raise up and cross your ankles behind you. Sit on top of your crossed ankles. Keep your knees wide and your fingers spread on the top of your knees, both your hands. Open your mouth wide and stick out your tongue, exhaling forcefully. Gaze at the tip of your nose. Repeat this several times because you're visualizing yourself as a lion in Simhasana. The next asana is Bhadrasana. Now you can release yourself and uncross your ankles. Just keep your toes crossed behind you. Again, sit on top of your heels, keeping your knees wide apart. Cross your hands behind your back, hold on to the big toes in the Prana Mudra with your index and middle fingers. Apply the Jalandhara Bandha, tuck in your chin to your chest along with the Mula Bandha, sucking in your perineum. As you gaze towards your nose, here, resume the Bhramari Kumbhaka, buzzing like a bee subtly in your inner space as you visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, bring your hands out from behind you. As you bring yourself to a squatting position. Keep your feet flat onto the ground as close together as possible, but your knees opened wide. Bring your body in between your knees, your torso in between your knees, and take your arms in and around your knees towards the back, clasping your fingers, interlacing your fingers behind you in the Parashu Mudra. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself as a crow in Kakabhusandhiya Asana. The next asana is Kanipavasana. Unclasp your hands and place them flat onto the floor. Keep them shoulder width apart for good balance. Now, slowly bring your knees to the back of your arms, above the elbows. Lean your chin forward and down. Keep your gaze steady as you lift your feet off the ground. In Kanipavasana, visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now in the same position, slowly lower your head to the ground and stretch your legs up high, forming a tripod between your two hands and your head in Kapali Asana. Gaze at your nose, continue the Brahmari Kumbhaka, continue engaging the Mula Bandha and the Japa of Sadashivoham. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana is Parshva Mayurasana. Slowly bring your feet down. Yes, relax. And now squat on your toes with your knees together and twist your body. Place both the hands to one side of your knees. Now bring one of your elbows to the knee and the other of your elbows towards the hip. Lean onto your arms, balance, extending your legs out to the side. Gaze towards your third eye, visualizing yourself as a peacock. In Parshva Mayurasana, as you do the pranayama, the Rechaka Kumbhaka, let your exhalations be prolonged and your inhalations be slightly shorter. Now relax, bring your feet to the ground and bring your body to the other side of your knees. As you repeat Parshva Mayurasana on the other side, lean forward, stretch your legs, gaze at your third eye, visualize yourself as a peacock. Now let's do Bhairaganathasana. Now come again to a plank position. Place your hands down, stretch your legs back and bring one foot around your shoulder to be placed in between both your palms. Gaze at your third eye. Just engage the Mula Bandha, clenching your perineum. Here, this is Bhairaganathasana. Visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava. Slowly bring your foot out and bring the other foot in between your palms, remaining in the plank position. Continue to visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava in Bhairaganathasana on the other side. The next asana is Unmukapeethasana. Now from the same plank position, bring your forearms onto the ground. Be steady as you walk your feet closer towards yourself, forming like a slight mountain. In Unmukapeethasana, gaze at your third eye. Continue the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana is Vashishthasana. Now, just raise yourself onto one of your hands. So, release your forearms off the ground and raise yourself onto your right arm. And keep your body completely parallel to the ground. As you raise your left arm straight above your head,
Visualize yourself as Rishi Vashishta as you do the Vashishtasana. Gaze towards the hand on the top. Now slowly bring that hand down. As you switch the hands, bringing your right hand up towards the sky. Balance there, completely straight on your toes. As you visualize yourself as Rishi Vashishta, the Guru of Bhagavan Sri Rama. Now, bring your feet forward into Anjani Asana. So here you will be sitting on your hips with your legs pointed forward and sit on top of your hands. So keep your palms facing upwards and sit on both your palms as you tuck your elbows into your body. Do the Rechaka Kumbhaka, continue the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Engage the Jalandhara Bandha, tucking in your chin to your chest, gaze at your nose, visualize yourself as Lord Hanuman in Anjani Asana. Now, slowly release your hands from under your body as you lean forward into Paschimottanasana. Clasp your respective toes with your index and middle finger. Lean forward and down, bring your elbows to the ground, your forehead towards your knees. Engage all the three bandhas, the Mahamudra Bandha. As you visualize Swamiji, the supreme pontiff of Hinduism in your inner space, with a new japa, Maha Sadashivoham, starting here. The next is Ugrasana. Now you can raise up and clasp your hands behind your neck in the Parashamudra. Interlace both your fingers. Lean forward and down, bringing your forehead to your knees and your elbows onto the ground. Again, engage all the three bandhas in the Mahamudra Bandha as you visualize Devi Kali in your inner space in Ugrasana. The next is Marichi Asana. So raise up and keep one leg pointed forward while you bring the other leg towards the groin, the knee pointed upwards. Place the foot flat on the ground. Now lean forward, bring both your hands, wrap your arms around the raised knee, clasping your hands behind the back together. Bring your chest to the thigh with your head towards the knee. Here engage just the Moola Bandha, sucking in your perineum, as you visualize yourself as Rishi Marichi in Marichi Asana. The next asana is Mahamudrasana. Now slowly raise up and the raised knee, let it rest by your side with your leg towards the inner thigh of the opposite leg. Now again reach down, hold your foot, bring your elbows to the ground, your forehead to your knees. Engage all the three bandhas in the Mahamudra Bandha. Gaze at your nose, visualize Swamiji himself in your inner space. Raise up. Let's repeat Marichi Asana on the other side. Bring the other foot straight while the other foot comes into the groin. Knee up. Lean forward, clasping your hands behind your back. Visualize yourself as Sage Marichi. Now from here, raise up, engage all the three bandhas. As you let your knee fall to the side, lean forward, clasping the foot. Gaze at your nose. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Mahamudrasana on the other side. Now, bring yourself to a seated position. Sit and bring the soles of your feet together. Bend your knees and keep your heels as close towards you as possible. While try to touch your knees to the ground. Clasp your feet together with both your hands. Maintain a straight spine. Gaze towards your nose in Bhadrasana 2. Visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. The next asana is Gwali Pavasana. Now, keeping your feet together, just bring your hands towards the respective knees. Just lightly place them there. Tuck your chin to your chest in the Jalandhara Bandha, continuing to engage the Moola Bandha, clenching your perineum. As you gaze at your nose, visualize Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, push your soles slightly further away from you. The joined feet, push it further away from your body. And
Lean forward, keeping both your hands, the fingers inside of the feet. Hold the soles of your feet. Lean forward and down. Bring your forehead to the ground. Gaze at your nose. Visualize the Yoni Mandala in your inner space. In Joni Asana. The next is Midiki Pavasana. Raise up. Stretch your arms out wide beside your body as you lean forward, your arms going over your knees. Bring your forehead to your feet. Continue to gaze at your nose. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space. Now, in Siddha Samadhi Asana, raise yourself up. Now, put your hands, your forearms, underneath the calves of the respective legs. Let your palms face up towards the sky as you bring your head down to your feet. Gaze at your nose as you visualize Lord Surya in your inner space in Siddha Samadhi Asana. The next asana is Chiniki Pavasana. Raise up now. Bring both your feet together in front of you. Bring your feet back close to your body. Now place your hands underneath both the feet and pull your feet open like a book facing towards the sky. Both your feet. Press your elbows onto your thighs near the knees and gaze towards your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space in Chiniki Pavasana. Giving yourself a nice stretch. Now release your feet and bring your hands to the respective knees. Gently push down on your knees, pushing it towards the ground. Suck in your stomach in the Udyana Bandha. Gaze at your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. This is Charapata Chokasana. The next asana is Bhairavasana. Now continuing to remain with your feet together, you can use the help of your hands to bring your toes onto the ground with your heels pointed upwards. Just push yourself and try to do it. Continue to remain with the Udyana Bandha engaged, your stomach sucked in. Bring your hands to the Bindu Mudra with the index and thumbs together on top of the knees. Gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself as Lord Kala Bhairava in Bhairavasana. The next asana is Samanasana. So slowly you can bring your feet out from underneath. Take now one foot towards your chest, holding with both your hands as the other foot rests by the perineum. Pull the sole onto your chest. Gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself holding the breath in the Mooladhara Chakra, the Chaturdala, the 4-petal lotus of your body. Gaze at your third eye. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space in Samanasana. From here, let's move into Apanasana. Now, the foot that you have towards your chest, just bring it over your shoulder and place both your palms onto the ground beside you. As you lift the leg by your perineum, stretch it out and lift it up high into the sky in Apanasana. Gaze at your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Let's repeat Samanasana on the other side. Bring your foot down. Clasp the other foot towards your chest. Gaze at your third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. And bring the foot onto your shoulder as we repeat Apanasana on the other side. Stretch your leg out straight in front of you, up high towards the sky, gazing at the third eye, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Okay, relax slowly. Let's move into Gomukhasana. Now, sitting in a seated position, cross one leg over the other, like over, and align the knees together at the center of your body and the feet by the opposite hips. Place both your hands on top of the stacked knees. Gaze at your nose. Here we have a beautiful pranayama, very cooling pranayama, which is the Sheetkari pranayama, where you will be inhaling through your clenched teeth with your tongue pressed against behind your teeth and exhaling through your nose, creating a hissing sound. The japa will be for the next sequence of asanas. Om Nithyanandoham. Visualize the face of a cow in Gomukhasana. Now keep your knees crossed. From the knees, bring your hands towards the respective toes on the side of the body. Clasp the big toe in Prana Mudra. Suck in your stomach in the Udyana Bandha. Visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya in Anasuyasana. Now in Anasuyasana 2, just bring your hands behind your back, clasped together, interlaced fingers in the Parashamudra. Lean forward and down. Try to bring your nose to touch the ground in front of you. Just visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya and gaze at your nose. Anasuyasana 2. Raise yourself up now. Now bring one foot towards the perineum, knee resting on the ground. Raise your other foot with the foot in front of the lying down foot, knees pointed upwards towards your chest. Place your hands on the respective knees. Keep your spine tall, chest out. Gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda, the eagle vehicle of Bhagavan Mahavishnu. Garudasana 2. From here, moving into Naradasana. Now, keep both your hands, bring both your hands behind your neck and clasp them in the Parashamudra. Interlace your fingers behind your neck. Twist outward of the raised knee. Just keep your whole body outside of the raised knee. Gaze towards your third eye, visualizing yourself as Devarishi Narada in your inner space. From Naradasana, let's enter into Matsyapeethakasana. Place one foot on the top of the opposite thigh. Wrap your respective arm across the knee, holding on to the opposite shin. Extend the opposite hand straight. Hold on to the respective toe with the index and middle fingers in Prana Mudra. Gaze towards your nose. Visualize Matsyavatara, the fish form of Bhagavan Mahavishnu in your inner space. In Matsyapeethakasana. From there, let's repeat the Gomukhasana and the rest of the asanas on the other side too. So slowly you can cross your knees over to the other side in Gomukhasana. Keep your hands on the top of your knees. Gaze at your nose as you visualize the face of a cow in Gomukhasana. Continuing into Anasuyasana on the other side, bring your hands to your toes. Suck in your stomach in the Udyana Bandha. Gaze at your nose, visualize yourself as Rishika Anasuya. And lean forward, bringing your hands behind your back in Anasuyasana 2. Interlace your fingers in the Parashamudra. Continue to gaze at your nose, visualizing yourself as Rishika Anasuya. As you relax the Udyana Bandha, just clenching the Mula Bandha alone. Raise up, bring your feet together in front of you as we enter into Garudasana 2. Place your hands on the respective knees. Stay straight. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda as you gaze towards your nose. And twist your body out of the raised knee, hands clasped in the Parashamudra behind your neck. Gaze at the third eye, visualizing yourself as Devarishi Narada. And bring the foot to the opposite thigh as we enter into Matsyapeethakasana on the other side. Clasp your toe in Prana Mudra. Gaze at your nose, visualizing Matsyavatara, the fish avatar of Lord Vishnu in your inner space. Now let's enter into Matsyendrasana. Remaining in the same position with one foot on the opposite thigh, place the other foot on the ground on the far side of the other thigh. Twist. Bring your elbow outside the raised knee. Keep the raised arm by your neck. Turn backwards. Gaze towards your third eye, the other hand straight out. Visualize Matsyendranatha, the great Rishi and master of Hatha Yoga in your inner space. Just switch your hands around. Straighten the hand that was originally bent and bend the other hand towards your neck. As we enter into Kubhasana, visualize yourself as a camel. Continue to gaze at your third eye. Now, straighten out both your hands straight out in the same position. Continue to gaze at your third eye, visualizing Matsyendranatha, the master of Hatha Yoga in your inner space. Now, slowly take your foot off from the thigh. As we enter into Matsyendrasana on the other side, bring the other foot to the thigh. Place the other foot on the far side.
Twist, bringing your elbows outside of the raised knee, hands on the head. The other hand stretched out back. Twist, gazing at your third eye. Visualize Matsyendranatha in your inner space. Switch the hands around as we enter into Kubhasana on the other side. Remember to visualize yourself as a camel. Now stretch both your hands out in Matsyendrasana 2 on the other side. Visualize Matsyendranatha in your inner space. Now, with one leg on the thigh, bring the other foot too to the opposite thigh in Padmasana. Place your palms on the respective knees. Engage all the three bandhas in the Mahamudra Bandha, tucking your chin to your chest, sucking in your stomach and clenching your perineum. We have a new pranayama here, which is the Shitali Kumbhaka, where you will continue to inhale through the teeth without creating the hissing sound, and exhale through your nose. A new japa of Om Nithyananda Maha Sadashivoham starts here. Gaze at your nose in Padmasana, visualizing yourself as Bhagavan Paramashiva. Now, keeping your legs in the same position, just cross your hands over each other, clasping onto the toes with your index and middle fingers in the Prana Mudra. Gaze at your nose, visualize yourself as Devi Parvati, the consort of Lord Paramashiva in Padmasana 2. Now, uncross your hands. Take your hands and insert it into the gap between your thighs and your calves. Put both your hands within and pull it out on the other side. As you balance on your hands, lifting your whole body off the ground, visualize yourself as a rooster in Kukkutasana. Now relax. Take your hands out from inside your feet as we enter into Baddha Keki Asana. Place your hand onto the ground as you raise up on your knees. Place your palms on the ground, fingers pointing towards the legs. Now keep your elbows together, pressed against your navel. Slowly lean forward, balancing, and extend your knees off the ground, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. In the same position, stretch your legs out behind you. In Mayurasana, visualize yourself as a peacock. Hold your balance. Relax now. Yes, relax flat onto the ground into Makarasana. Lay down completely flat. Keep your feet pointing outwards, far away from each other. Place your forehead on the mat. Interlace your fingers behind your neck in the Parishamudra. Just relax, visualizing yourself as a crocodile as we go back to the Sahaja Kumbhaka, the simple breathing in, breathing out. Just keep the Moola Bandha alone engaged. The next asana is Shalabhasana. Now lay on your stomach and place your hands on the ground beside the chest. From the laying position, raise your legs up. Use your core strength to bring your thighs off the ground. Visualizing yourself as a locust in Shalabhasana. Relax your feet down and bring your hands to your feet, pulling your feet down towards the ground beside your hips. In Ushtrasana, visualize yourself as a camel. Now slowly kick your legs back. Rise your hand is clasping your feet. Pull your feet towards the sky, lifting your chest and thighs off the ground. In Dhanurasana, gaze at your third eye. Visualize yourself as Paramashiva's bow. Relax slowly and come up to a sitting position. In Bhagasana, sit on both your knees with your head, neck and spine straight. Clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha. Place your hands on top of your knees. Gaze towards your third eye, visualizing Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in your inner space. From here we enter into Gohyasana. We have a couple of headstand postures here, so get yourself ready. Now place your forearms on the ground with your fingers interlocked. Ensure your elbows are at shoulder width for the best balance. Place the top of your head on the ground, holding your head with your hands. Slowly walk your toes forward until your hips are in a straight line with your shoulders, and just kick your feet up slightly, Make sure not to lose your balance. Keep your knees bent together at your chest. Toes pointed upwards. Gaze to your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. From here, stretch your legs out into Shirasasana, continuing to hold the balance there as you continue to gaze at your nose, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. Bring your feet to the ground, relax slowly. The next asana is Podhyasana. So come to a seated position. Bring your hands behind your calves, stretching your legs up and your forehead to your knees. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Here we have a new Kumbhaka, which is the Bhastrika Kumbhaka, where you will be exhaling forcefully, making the sound of a bellows. Podhyasana. The japa for this next series is Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the Mahavakya. Relax yourself. Continuing to remain balanced with your legs up, just bring your hands to the opposite shoulders. In Parighasana, visualize yourself as a mace as you gaze towards your third eye. Now relax. Keep your elbows and palms onto the ground as your legs are raised. Visualize yourself as a boat in Naukasana. Continuing to gaze towards your third eye, remember to continue the Bhastrika Kumbhaka. Forceful exhalation. Now, continuing to keep your balance, just bring your hands to your feet and scoop your hands underneath the heels, pull it towards the chest. Keep your spine upright, gaze towards your nose. Visualize yourself as Lord Rudra in Rudrasana, the most ferocious form of Paramashiva. Now lay on your back. So you can remove your hands from underneath your feet and lay on your back. With your feet flat on the ground, knees pointed upwards. Now place your palms down. Just let your fingers touch the back of your heel. Do not clasp your feet. Lift your hips up high, pressing the feet onto the ground. Chin tucked to the chest in the Jalandhara Bandha automatically. Gaze at your nose, visualizing Swamiji in Unmukha Peethasana 2. Now lay onto the ground in Shavasana. Just lay completely flat with your palms facing upwards by the side of your body. Just unclutch from any movement happening within you. Visualize your body is dead. The supreme point of Hinduism, Swamiji is just liberating you. Just let your awareness, your energy completely pervade your body in the Shakti Chalan Mudra as you continue to vibrate with the Mahavakya. Roll over to one side and come to a seated position. Feel the life entering your body back. In a seated position, let us get continued with the sequence. We have 200 asanas more to go, starting with Yathasanishtasana. In Yathasanishtasana, sit in any posture you are completely comfortable in. Bringing your hands into the Bindu Mudra with the thumbs and index touching. Start off with the Samana Kumbhaka. As you're inhaling and exhaling, feel flames licking up your spine. Clench your perineum in the Moola Bandha with the japa Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham for the remaining of the sequence. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. From here, moving into Samasana, where you bring your feet to a cross-legged position. Keep your hands on your knees with the thumbs and index touching in the Bindu Mudra. Just inhale and exhale as you visualize Swamiji in your inner space. The next is Muktasana. Press your left foot against your genital region. Place the right foot on top of your left. Keep your hands facing downwards on top of your knees. Sit straight, gazing towards your nose. Visualize yourself as a sage liberated by Swamiji himself. Now, continue to remain in the same position as we go into Siddhasana, where your gaze will be switching from the nose to your third eye. Continuing to visualize Swamiji in your inner space, ensure the Moola Bandha, the perineum, is locked.
in Siddhyasana now. Continuing the same position. Engage all the three bandhas. Sucking in your stomach, bringing your chin to your chest in the Mahamudra Bandha. Switch the gaze to the ground in front of you from your third eye. Visualize Swamiji in your inner space. Now, relax the Udyana Bandha and Jalandhara Bandha. Just keep the Moola Bandha, the perineum alone clenched, as we enter Rudrasana 2, where your legs will remain in the same position, just your hands alone, from resting on your knees, will turn around to the Bindu Mudra, the thumbs and index touching. Gaze towards the third eye, visualize yourself as Lord Rudra, the fierce dimension of Paramashiva. The next is Santadhunasana. Keep your hands in the Bindu Mudra, your legs crossed in the same position as you switch your gaze from your third eye to your nose, visualizing Swamiji, his tranquility, unshakable nature. Now, relax the Bindu Mudra, keep your legs in the same position, and bring your hands to your navel, cupping one palm over the other in the Samputa Mudra. It looks sort of like a lotus bud. Continue to visualize Swamiji in your inner space in Siddhasana 2. The next asana is Bandha Yoni Asana. Maintaining one heel over the other in the same position of the legs, bring your hands to your face in the Shanmukhi Mudra. So just listen carefully now. Bring your little fingers beneath the bottom lip of both hands. Your ring fingers above your upper lip. Your middle fingers closing your nose, your nostrils. Your index finger covering your eyes. And your thumbs pressed into your ears. This is Bandha Yoni Asana, visualizing Swamiji in your inner space. The next asana is Virasana. Now, you can remove your hands from your face and bring one foot onto the thigh, onto the opposite thigh, and the other foot underneath the thigh. Keep your hands in the Bindu Mudra, thumb and index fingers together on the top of your knees as you embody the space and state of bravery, Veera, in Virasana. Now, changing the leg position again as we enter into Valmikasana. Keep your left heel on the right side of the generative organ, toes under the thigh. Keep your right foot on top of the left leg, toes by the knee. Again, bring your hands into the Bindu Mudra on top of the knees. Gaze towards your third eye. Visualize Rishi Valmiki, the poet, the first poet and author of Ramayanam. The next asana is Joni Mudrasana. So you're going to remain here as you switch your gaze to your nose, visualizing the Yoni Mandala, a beautiful formation, divine cosmic geometry, representing Devi, Shakti, a symbol of the creative energy of the universe in Joni Mudrasana. In the same position, switch your gaze to your third eye, continuing to visualize the Yoni Mandala in your inner space. Now, let's move into Bhadrasana 3. So bring your feet, the soles of your feet together, uncross them and bring them together in front of your body. Hold it with both your hands, pulling it against you. Push your knees down towards the ground. As you gaze at your nose, suck your stomach in the Udyana Bandha. Visualize Lord Veerabhadra in your inner space. Bhadrasana 3. In the same position, we are entering into Aghorasana, where your left hand will rest on top of the left knee, while your right hand comes towards your face. Now, do the Khechari Mudra, where you are bringing your tongue towards the upper palate, gazing towards your third eye. Now, with your right hand, cover your mouth, close the left nostril with your index finger, inhale through the right nostril. Close both the nostrils, hold your breath and exhale through the left nostril in the Abhyantara Kumbhaka. Repeat this on the other side. Visualize yourself as an Aghori, completely dedicated to Paramashiva in Aghorasana. The next asana is Kaneri Pavasana. So you can Distance your feet a little away from your body. As you lean forward, place your elbows onto the soles of your feet and rest your chin on your palms. Gaze at your nose, suck your stomach in Uddiyana Bandha. Here, continuing with the Rechaka Kumbhaka, where your exhalations are prolonged than your inhalations, visualizing yourself as a female elephant drinking water in Kaneri Pavasana. The next asana is Parasana. So now, come to a seated position, raise yourself up and keep your knees raised. Bring your hands underneath your knees, between your calves and thighs, and clasp them together. Interlace your fingers in the Parashamudra in front of your navel. Lift your feet off the mat. Visualize Swamiji, the supreme point of Hinduism, in your inner space as you gaze at your nose in Parasana. The next asana we'll be moving into is Gopi Chandasana. Now take your hands out from in between the feet as you let your feet rest on the ground. Take your hands out from underneath your calves. Interlace your fingers around the feet with the soles of the feet together and raise it up towards your chest. Rest your knee on top of your feet. Gaze at your nose. Embody the state and space of a king in Gopi Chandasana. The next asana is Udarasana. So now just quickly release your legs, bring your hands underneath your calves and hold on to your feet again from inside out. Both your feet together. Bring your feet up to your chin, resting your chin on top of the interlaced fingers. Bring your feet to your chest, gaze at your nose, visualizing your body, the supreme point of Hinduism, free from any defects in Udarasana. Now, in the same position, just lift your legs up towards your head. Let the top of your hands come towards the top of your head, your forehead. And this is Vishishtasana. Visualize yourself excelling in everything in this posture. Now, slowly relax. Keep your hands underneath your shins as you take your hands up to the shoulder, pulling your hand and interlacing your fingers behind your neck. In Bhujasana, visualize yourself as a cobra. The next asana is Kalyanasana. So in the same seated posture, bring your hands around from behind your neck, remove them and put them around your back, interlacing the fingers behind you. Gaze at your nose. Visualize yourself as a beautiful, auspicious goddess in Kalyanasana. The next posture is Sankatasana. So now, uncross your hands from behind you. Release yourself completely onto the ground. Place your left knee on the mat and the left foot flat. Sit on top of your left foot, knee pointed forward. Raise your right leg on top of the left, bringing the right heel to the left hip. Place your hands on the opposite knees. Here, do the Ujjayi Pranayama. As you inhale and exhale, make the sound of an ocean. Visualize yourself as a swan, a beautiful swan in Sankatasana. The next is Dhenukasana. Just in the same position, slide your left heel to the left hip. Keep your right knee on top of the left. Place both your hands on your right thigh. Visualize a cow in your inner space as you suck your stomach in the Uddiyana Bandha, Dhenukasana. Now slowly uncross.
Nithyananda Paramashivam.
Nithyananda. Please relax. Now, all of us are entering into a very, 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 very special darshan. All of us are going to be having the special darshan of Swamiji as Devi Meenakshi, and we are going to be blessed with a very, very powerful, grand ceremony of Pattabhishekam, the coronation ceremony of Devi Meenakshi. All of us did the yoga. I hope all the participants, request all the participants to kindly relax now. You all can settle down. We are going to be entering into a very important segment right now. We are going to be having the live darshan of Swamiji as Devi Meenakshi. And Swamiji is going to be gracing all of us, showering all of us with his grace and blessings, and giving us all the beautiful initiation and showering us with this a moment that all of us are going to get to behold today, which is going to be the coronation ceremony of Devi Meenakshi. Kindly settle down, all the participants. All of us are going to be showered with the grace and blessings of Swamiji in the beautiful form of Devi Parashakti as Meenakshi. Swamiji is the current reigning emperor, the pontiff of Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham. Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham originated from Paramashiva when he himself manifested on the planet Earth as Iranar Sundareshwara after the great deluge, the sacred city of Madurai in South India. This happened in the era of Mahabharata. We all know Mahabharata, right? We all know about the story of how Mahabharata happened, and during that time period, to revive the civilization, Devi Meenakshi, Parashakti, the divine feminine consciousness herself, landed upon this planet Earth, and she brought all the 56 kingdoms, 56 Hindu kingdoms under one rule for the principle of enlightenment to reign. So this is that very day when she got coronated as the queen of this beautiful spiritual kingdom, this kingdom of Kailasonnata, the Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham. Devi Meenakshi brought all the 56 kingdoms. See, there were 56 Hindu nations that existed. She unified all the 56 into one rulership. Iraina Sundareshwara, Paramashiva himself, descended to rule along with the side of Devi Meenakshi, his eternal consort. And when the Enlightenment ecosystem was under the threat of extinction, it was revived by the great incarnation Tirujnana Sambandar. And with him, the recorded lineage of Guru Maha Sannidhaanams of Madurai Adinam, this spiritual kingdom, started. And this is only the recorded one. This existed even previously also. And this spiritual kingdom has spread the Vedic tradition and is the mother of numerous other traditions. I hope now all of you are able to see us and hear us clearly. Great. See, this spiritual kingdom, today Swamiji is the emperor of this kingdom of Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham. And actually, this kingdom of Madurai, the Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham, is one of the most ancient ruling kingdom. Actually, the Pandya dynasty is one of the longest ruling dynasties that existed ever. And this civilization, the Enlightenment civilization, was established by Devi Meenakshi herself. And the very happening of Devi Meenakshi is one of the most beautiful happenings. Swamiji tells, Swamiji's bioenergy is that of Devi Meenakshi. He happened in Swamiji's past life before, at 2 lives before Swamiji's current incarnation. Swamiji had actually incarnated as Devi Meenakshi, and Swamiji had also incarnated as Sundareshwara Paramashiva. And in this birth, both of the beings have descended in one same body. So in that previous incarnation, Swamiji existed as like in one soul in two bodies. And now both of them have merged together as Swamiji, incarnating as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the current reigning emperor of this same kingdom, Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetha kingdom. Very, very shortly, we're all going to be celebrating the coronation of Sri Meenakshi Pattabhishekam, approximately around 5,000 years ago. On this very day, this very nakshatra, in this arrangement, in this cosmic arrangement, Devi Meenakshi had been coronated as the empress of the Madurai kingdom, of the Pandya kingdom. And today, on that very day, in the presence of Swamiji, we're going to be having the grand Pattabhishekam celebrations Swamiji will also be offered the Pattabhishekam on this very day when Devi Meenakshi herself was coronated. This pure happening, this beautiful, beautiful happening, it's of huge spiritual significance. And we are today going to be sharing with all of you as we all prepare and we all await the beautiful darshan of Swamiji and getting coronated along with Devi Meenakshi. Actually, now we are going to be witnessing the Madurai temple, where Devi Meenakshi in the Madurai temple will also be getting coronated. And at the same time, we will also be witnessing the celebration of the coronation of Swamiji. This Pattabhishekam also as the head, this the king and the head of Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham. Every one of you today that are going to be witnessing this grand Pattabhishekam. Understand? This entire Pattabhishekam, even to witness, is so beautiful. Meenakshi reigns the entire universe as the conscious sovereign ruler and mother, Devi Meenakshi. Meenakshi itself means the one who used to give enlightenment. Like there are particular type of fishes that hatch the eggs just by looking at the eggs. Same way, Meenakshi, just through her divine eyes, anyone she looks at used to experience, they instantly experience the highest state of enlightenment. And how many of us have heard about, the great deluge and how the Manu's ship, where it was guided by a fish, was actually in multiple traditions. This has been given as maybe as Noah's Ark, where a fish guided them. So you will find this reference in different traditions too. In Sanatana Hindu Dharma, we have how Lord Vishnu, who incarnated in the form of a huge fish, guided Manu, who was the savior of humanity, and not just humanity, but the whole of the existence. And he appears and he gives the vision saying that the great deluge, pralaya, is going to happen. So the creation is going to go through destruction and rejuvenation. So he was guided to choose one sample of each living being into one huge ship. And this Matsya Avatara, the fish form of Mahavishnu, would guide him and would save them all till the pralaya is over. And the same thing happens, and they all then land upon a land. And from there, the kingdom that was established was this Pandya kingdom, because that is the reason why the Pandya flag will always have a fish symbol, and they are worshippers of fish. And this very same lineage, the same lineage of the Pandya kingdom, Devi Meenakshi incarnated and happened as Devi Meenakshi, the person who is the ruler of the people of the fish, the worshippers of fish. That's what this word, the very name also means. And that is why she had landed upon that, and she ruled the kingdom in the most advanced civilization ever. Understand, actually, in Devi Meenakshi's period, this kingdom, this particular kingdom of Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham was a main central kingdom where she had unified the 56 Hindu nations together under one enlightenment rulership, the sovereign rulership. And there were so many advanced technology that were available in that time period. This was one of the most technologically advanced era ever. And this happened during the Mahabharata era. Like when we hear about the Mahabharata war, we also have references in Mahabharata where Devi Meenakshi's parents, the father, had participated, King Malayadwaja Pandyan, had also participated in the war.
And actually, in Devi Meenakshi's life, in her entire incarnation, the role and responsibility that Devi Meenakshi assumed was one of the most crucial, because Devi Meenakshi took responsibility to restore after the during the time, like the Mahabharata war all had just happened, and there was a lot of chaos and confusion. It is at that time that when Bhagavan Mahavishnu had come down as Krishna, he cleansed, he restored he destroyed all the adharma, and he had cleaned the planet Earth of all the nuclear weapons that we were carrying, etc. He took on that responsibility, and right after that, we needed a nurturer. We need a mother who would cherish, who would nurture and nourish all her children back to that enlightened civilization. That is the role that Devi Meenakshi assumed. After the Mahabharata war, where all the adharma had been annihilated, Devi Meenakshi took on the responsibility as conscious sovereign ruler, mother of the entire universe. And on the Pattabhishekam, actually, Devi Meenakshi is born as Tadadagai. She's the only daughter to her parents, and being the heir parent to the Madurai throne, she took the responsibility, and she actually went on the Digvijayam Yatra, which we'll be celebrating tomorrow. So first she gets coronated, which happens today. Then she starts on her Digvijayam Yatra, where she goes around conquering all the universes, all the worlds. She conquers the entire Bhuloka, all the 14 lokas, and she goes to Kailasa and meets Paramashiva, Mahadeva. And day after tomorrow, we will be celebrating the celestial wedding of the divine couple, Devi Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashiva. So today is the day, actually, Agastya Maharishi. Agastya Maharishi is one of the most prominent incarnations and enlightened masters in Hinduism. He is one of the co-founder of the Tamil Sangamam, the Tamil Sangam, which is the Tamil culture which celebrated the Tamil literature, which was started by Iranar Sundareshwara Paramashiva himself, continued by Subramanya, and which one of the core founding members was Agastya Maharishi. Agastya Maharishi also continued to remain as the Raja Guru of the Madurai civilization. And Agastya Maharishi himself conducts the coronation of Devi Meenakshi. And Devi Meenakshi takes oath as the ruler of the Madurai civilization on the Manudharma Shastra. All these grand celebrations happens today on this very day. And Devi Meenakshi embodies and radiates the 8 divine qualities of Paramashiva. And she rules the entire Madurai civilization. And to this day, in the Madurai temple, Devi Meenakshi is coronated with the crown. And she rules for the 4 months every year. So on this 4 months, normally during the entire time, both Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashiva together rule. But Meenakshi rules the Madurai civilization for 4 months every year, from the Tamil months of Chittirai till Avani. So that coronation happens today. And today, the crown, the Makuta, is put upon the shiras of Devi Meenakshi on this very day. And she's adorned with all the cosmic, the jewelry and all the celestial ornaments. She's adorned with all of them and celebrated as the empress of the Madurai kingdom. And today, officially, the staff, the ruling staff will be, which we call as a Sengol, the ruling staff will be anointed, it will be given to Devi Meenakshi, and she'll be coronated with the crown.
And Swamiji so beautifully shares, saying that there's a special relationship between Devi Meenakshi and Swamiji. There's a beautiful, different special connection. See, when an incarnation incarnates, he never takes birth. The pure consciousness exists as it is, but the body is created by collection of many biomemories. Now, what is a biomemory? When pure consciousness does certain response to certain situation, it is called as biomemory. So, when Swamiji assumed this body, when he descended down, see, as pure consciousness, he exists as he is. the body is created with the biomemory, the base material of the body was a huge chunk of it was derived from Devi Meenakshi. And the way how she ruled, the way she administered, the way she strategized, the way she waged wars, and how she responded to different situations. All these are Meenakshi's strategies and the way her response was, all that got collected. And that same bio memory was is with what Swamiji also descended down in this time. And that is why even the way how Swamiji responds to situations, the way Swamiji thinks, the way Swamiji administers, everything is exactly how Devi Meenakshi used to administer. We all are manifesting the power of Krishna, where we take a granite slab, apply Jnananjana, and then we immediately are able to see what is happening in different places. Actually, much before even initiating us into this power. This power Swamiji had initiated us, I think, towards the end of 2016 or 2017. But in 2012 itself, Swamiji had revealed, and even much before that, Swamiji had revealed how in Devi Meenakshi's period, there used to be granite slabs in every single house. Like how we see Swamiji now, all of us are sitting, seeing Swamiji in this online, and even Swamiji is appearing on the screen. We literally worship the screen, right? Like that. The same way, there are stone slabs that were placed in every single house. Each house had its own stone slab, where this special Jnananjana would be applied, and they'll chant specific mantras, raise their frequency. Devi Meenakshi herself used to come and give darshan. And it will be like a live relay. Like how all of us get to watch the live darshan now. Same thing he did even when Swamiji was as Devi Meenakshi and radiating as Devi Meenakshi. This is the same way the people of Madurai, Kailasonnata, Shyamalaapeetha, Sarvajnapeetham, they all received the darshan of Devi Meenakshi. And today, we are going to get to witness this same beautiful kingdom being revived. Now, Swamiji is being very actively reviving this very kingdom. Swamiji was coronated as the pontiff, as the head of this spiritual kingdom, this Hindu kingdom of Kailasonnata, Shyamalaapeetha, Sarvajnapeetham.
And today, as the entire cosmos will celebrate the coronation of Devi Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashiva in their embodied form as our beloved Swamiji, who will also accept the coronation offering that we extend. Today, Meenakshi and Sundareshwara themselves have incarnated as Swamiji to restore that very enlightened civilization, to nurture all the beings in planet Earth and shower them with enlightenment. Everyone that are witnessing today will be showered with that powerful blessings from Devi Meenakshi, and gracefully the Cosmic Mother, the Divine Cosmic Mother, will herself appear and she will herself accept this powerful coronation.
Today, during the coronation, all of us are going to be blessed, especially the people who are offering this particular seva. Anyone, actually we have few more minutes left. Swamiji himself is going to be coming live. Anyone who wants to offer this particular seva to Swamiji as Devi Meenakshi, and you want to offer this Pattabhishekam seva, take a few minutes, you can sign up for it, and you are going to be immensely blessed with attracting wealth and multidimensional assets like Kamadhenu, Karpaga Vriksha, the Kalpa Vriksha. You will be also manifesting excellence in career, and if you specifically anyone who wants to win in elections, you are running as a leader or like you're running as a head for particular state or a city or in a country, anyone who's looking to win in election and achieve experience, name and fame all around, you can offer this seva today. You will also have the protection of Devi Meenakshi and Bhagavan Nirayanar, Sundareshwara Paramashivam, and Swamiji for all of the ones current and future essence. We do this offering for the blessing of Devi Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashivam to expand the enlightenment civilizational nation of Kailasa. And we celebrate as they are alive today with us in this physical embodied form as our beloved Swamiji. Especially anyone wants to manifest the leadership qualities, if you are looking to have wealth, abundance, and specifically you want to win in some elections or anything, today is the day you can offer this seva. You can make an offering of this particular seva. And this is a very, very, very beautiful connection that all of us have, where this beautiful, a very, very rare event to behold, where we are witnessing what happened 5,000 years ago, happening once again, replayed by the cosmos for all of us to witness, relish, and enjoy. And there are so many satsangs and revelations where Swamiji has revealed about how Devi Meenakshi was and how Meenakshi had happened in this current earth. Now, what we are actually, this particular image that all of us are seeing is the 292nd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam of Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham, coronating Swamiji as the living reincarnation of Meenakshi. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism began to express her qualities through revelations from her own voice about how she was, how she ruled, and what the civilization was like. The truth was that the biomemory of Meenakshi was inbuilt in the happening of Swamiji even before his very descent. And that is what all of us are witnessing here. Actually, here we all can also see the Guru Maha Sannidhaanam giving the ruling staff to Swamiji and coronating Swamiji as the 292nd to 293rd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam of Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham. After centuries of destruction and persecution that this kingdom was subject to, actually, this kingdom was a very, very, very powerful kingdom, as we were sharing. The kind of technological advancement that this kingdom had, it was standing out much more than any other spiritual kingdom. But due to the brutal persecution, colonization, and the Hindu protocol, a lot of it got destroyed. So after centuries of destruction, on the 27th of April 2012, in a landmark event in the history of Hinduism, Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, was coronated as the 293rd Pontiff of Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham, the 292nd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam. He knew that Swamiji for many years and conveyed to Swamiji that he actually received, we actually showed you all the photograph, right? This particular Pontiff, just the previous Pontiff, he received a divine cosmic vision where Devi Meenakshi herself appeared and revealed to him that she has only come down as Swamiji. It is she who has incarnated in this form as the supreme pontiff of Hinduism. And as soon as he had this cosmic vision, immediately he rushed to Swamiji. He knew Swamiji even before that. But then he said that he received a divine mandate from Meenakshi and Sundareshwara himself to crown Swamiji as his next successor and to execute his divine order at once. He offered the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with a silver sengur, a ruling staff of Devi Meenakshi. That is the second photograph that we had shown to all of you.
And you all can see in this was this ruling staff represents how Devi Meenakshi took the responsibility to restore the superconsciousness, the enlightened civilization on Swamiji also. On that very powerful same day, Swamiji had accepted the being coronated, and Swamiji had accepted to be the emperor of the Madurai kingdom, the Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham, and to restore the enlightened civilization of the entire Akhanda Bharata. Devi Meenakshi ruled the entire world. Literally, she ruled all the 14 lokas and restored the enlightenment after that war and after all of that had broke out. Well, there was so much of adharma had prevailed all over, and when Bhagavan Krishna had annihilated all the adharma, Devi Meenakshi, as the divine mother, as the cosmic mother, she took the responsibility to restore the enlightened civilization.
And that is why she went on the Digvijayam that we are going to be celebrating tomorrow, where she went around and unified the 56 kingdoms. And actually, right after the 292nd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam, the previous pontiff had received the direct guidance where Devi Meenakshi and Bhagavan Sundareshwara Paramashivam, both of them appeared and gave him their darshan, and revealed that they themselves have come down in this physical form as Swamiji and to coronate Swamiji as the successor. So immediately, he was in Madurai, he immediately rushed and came to Swamiji, and on 27th of April 2012, he coronated Swamiji. First, he gave the ruling staff, the sengur, which meant that to symbolize that Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was officially chosen as the next successor of the kingdom of Kailasa and the Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham. And within a month, all the legal and functional arrangements were made, and as a result, a change in the course of history was masterfully orchestrated. So the lineage that started with Paramashivam and Meenakshi was once again in their hands through Swamiji. Upon the coronation of Swamiji as the 293rd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam, his predecessor, the 292nd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam, had publicly declared that he had made this decision after receiving this direct guidance from Devi Meenakshi and Paramashiva Sundareshwara himself. And that is how Swamiji became the king of this ancient kingdom. This is very, very old. 5,000 years before, Devi Meenakshi revived this, unified all the kingdoms and made it into an enlightenment ecosystem. But the Pandya lineage existed even from much before itself. When the great deluge, the Pralaya had happened, when we all have heard about maybe in Western culture, you hear this terminology of Noah's Ark, and we also hear saying that a fish guided them. As well as we have a very similar one, but in a lot more detail and depth given in Hinduism. And even now, we all follow the Manudharma Shastra in Kailasa. Kailasa's jurisprudence is based on the Manudharma Shastra. Many times you have heard Swamiji tell this in the satsangs. And even now, if you go in Kailasa website, you will be seeing this. This was started when humanity and actually life was saved from destruction, saved from the great deluge that had happened. And by Manu, who was directly guided by Bhagavan Mahavishnu himself in his Matsya Avatara when he came down as a huge fish that guided and saved this existence in planet Earth. And from there on, the first kingdom that started with worshipping that very fish. That is why the Pandya kingdom's flag has fish as their very symbol, as their very emblem. Like you'll see the fish symbol put on their flag, and that is the same kingdom that Devi Meenakshi happened in and ruled for several years, several thousand years, and established a very, very, very technologically advanced civilization that was way more advanced than what we are today. And this civilization, like as she was sharing, this was after the Mahabharata war. This particular happening of Devi Meenakshi was right after the Mahabharata war. And when Devi Meenakshi was there unifying all the kingdoms, because everywhere there's a lot of chaos that was happening. Because of the war, huge destruction had happened. A lot of people were literally cleaned up, like planet Earth was wiped out by a huge chunk of the population was literally wiped out. And at that time, there was really a dire need of that mother energy. So, Devi Parashakti, Paramashiva Shakti, Parameshwari, incarnated as Meenakshi, and she went around unifying the kingdoms and showering her motherliness, her love, ruled the kingdom. Swamiji always says that she ruled with soft power, not hard power. Soft power.
That's why Swamiji explains that it was not soft power means it's not conquering based. It is not like she went and usurped the throne and she like fought. It is not like that. Seeing the grace, seeing the power that her very being radiated, all the powerful kings used to surrender their kingdoms to Devi Meenakshi, knowing that only she can restore the enlightened civilization. By the time Mahabharata war happened, Swamiji briefly tells how by the time that entire Mahabharata time period had started, we had gathered too many nuclear weapons and powerful destructive weapons. And power-wise, all the kings had so much of power, wealth, opulence, etc. But the consciousness to rule, that powerful space had gone down, and greed, power, hunger, all of them had started taking up. That is why Devi Meenakshi, she comes, she does not conquer by taking away the throne, she doesn't take away the wealth from civilizations, no. She used to go and conquer people through soft power, which means she established it purely based on the science of enlightenment, seeing the depth, seeing the grace, the power, the compassion that Devi Meenakshi radiated. All the kings used to surrender their kingdoms to her, and she used to restore them with the enlightenment civilization. This was the power, this was the grace and compassion that Devi Meenakshi used to radiate. And today, all of us are going to be witnessing this very celestial, cosmic celebration where Meenakshi is herself going to accept the kingdom. She is herself going to be accepting being coronated as the divine cosmic mother. The next 3 days is going to be grand celebration. Today, the Pattabhishekam happens where she is coronated. Tomorrow, the celebration will represent the Digvijaya Yatra. Right after she gets coronated, her father actually dies in the Mahabharata war, after which she gets coronated as the queen. And right after she becomes the empress, she starts going around and she starts ruling all the kingdoms. She starts conquering kingdom by kingdom by kingdom, all the different kingdoms. And right after that, she goes on to, she goes on to, even up to Kailasa to conquer Kailasa. And that is where, in Kailasa is where she meets Paramashiva. She realizes the purpose of the life. And the divine cosmic wedding happens, which happens the day after tomorrow. And this entire celebration is grandly celebrated in Madurai, in the Madurai temple. And today, in that exact time, as the coronation happens in the Madurai temple, Swamiji will himself be accepting the coronation as the king of the Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham. I'm going to request all the participants to please come on the camera. Just in a few minutes, we are going to be having the Meenakshi Pattabhishekam, which will be commencing. Can I request all the participants to please come on the camera?
And the kind of work that Swamiji has done and how much of effort Swamiji has put into the spiritual kingdom. And today he's revived so much of the enlightenment ecosystem. We're actually going to be sharing this also with all of you, because the kind of effort that Swamiji has put into this, and through what kind of effort Swamiji has actually restored, revived this spiritual kingdom, is something too amazing, too amazing. We are going to be witnessing all that, being the coronation ceremony being done once again, to celebrate this very happening, to celebrate how the Meenakshi Parashakti had ruled the spiritual kingdom, and how Swamiji has revived this whole kingdom. Even now, every day, we are having the Annadan services is happening for over last 20 years now, continuously, whether the restoration of the ancient temple of Madurai, the ancient Madurai temple, Swamiji has himself physically, Swamiji has gone there and actually worked on the restoration of the temple.
And Swamiji has himself as the kingdom, as the emperor of the ruling emperor of the Madurai Samrajyam. Swamiji has actually actively established, revived this entire enlightened civilization that Devi Meenakshi had herself established. And this powerful, as Meenakshi Sundareshwara's very own incarnation, Swamiji had taken it upon himself to revive this powerful enlightened civilization that was established. And that is why today, till this day, all the human beings, everyone that is in need of this conscious breakthrough, super conscious breakthrough, time and again the avatar descend to grace, to restore the planet Earth with this powerful breakthrough. The entire story, the happening of Devi Meenakshi, represents this very happening, this very powerful celestial happening.
Actually, as soon as Swamiji was coronated, all the activities started even more intensely, and like Swamiji had intensified all the initiatives taken and started working very actively to revive this kingdom, to revive the enlightenment ecosystem, and to make it available to all of us, to make it available to each and every one of us to be able to experience and enjoy. And whether the power manifestation, revival, or the restoration of the temple, Swamiji himself is to physically go to the temple, and actually Swamiji had organized the volunteers, devotees, sannyasis, and he himself physically went and started doing the cleanup of the temple, restoring the temple structure, and wherever needed, building it. So physically, Swamiji used to go and do this. And also we used to have free medical camps made available to all the people, whoever is there in the whole of Madurai, and anybody who's visiting there also. And Swamiji made the free medical camp, medical services available there. As well as even to this day, we are having the continuous Aushadha Annadanam happening in the Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham.
And very shortly, just in a few minutes, exactly as the coronation begins in the Madurai, we will all be witnessing this grand coronation. Swamiji is himself here to accept the coronation as the embodiment of Meenakshi Sundareshwara, as the incarnation of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashiva, each of us are going to be receiving this very, very powerful, and we're all going to be witnessing this cosmic moment where the entire cosmos celebrates the revival, celebrates the happening, the descent of Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashiva, and where Devi Meenakshi assumes the responsibility as the Empress to restore the enlightened civilization. And from the moment that Swamiji was coronated and Swamiji assumed the responsibility of the Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham kingdom, Swamiji had actively started working to establish and to revive this enlightened civilization, to revive the entire enlightened ecosystem, be it restoring the temples, be it restoring all the different aspects of the ecosystem, right from Annalaya, right from library, and walking temple by temple by temple. Swamiji himself used to ensure that all the temples are completely, reviving the ecosystems around the temple.
Now we are going to be showing you all a small oneness capsule where Swamiji had physically gone and like how Swamiji administered, and even he himself was part of the cleaning process and restoration of this ancient temples in this kingdom.
குருபாதமே நம்மை காக்க மண் மீது நடை போடும் திருக்கற்பத்தரு நித்ய குருபாதமே குருபாதமே நித்ய குருபாதமே நம்மை காக்க மண் மீது நடை போடும் திருக்கற்பத்தரு நித்ய குருபாதமே
மறை நான்கின் பொருளாக இறையன்பின் திரளாக உலகாலும் அருளாகுமே வேதங்கள் துதிப்பாடும் உயர் வேதம் என்னாலும் நித்யானந்தன் பாதமே நித்ய குருநாதன் திருப்பாதமே
குருபாதமே நித்ய குருபாதமே நம்மை காக்க மண் மீது நடை போடும் திருக்கற்பத்தரு நித்ய குருபாதமே குருபாதமே நித்ய குருபாதமே நம்மை காக்க மண் மீது நடை போடும் திருக்கற்பத்தரு நித்ய குருபாதமே
ஆனந்த வாழ்வதன் விரிவாக ஞானத்தின் வடிவாக மண்மீதிலே வலம் வரும் திருக்கோயில் ரிஷிராஜன் தவசீலன் நித்யானந்தன் பாதமே நித்ய குருநாதன் திருப்பாதமே
குருபாதமே நித்ய குருபாதமே நம்மை காக்க மண் மீது நடை போடும் திருக்கற்பத்தரு நித்ய குருபாதமே குருபாதமே நித்ய குருபாதமே நம்மை காக்க மண் மீது நடை போடும் திருக்கற்பத்தரு நித்ய குருபாதமே
யோகங்கள் வரம் ஏந்தும் யாகங்கள் பல ஜென்ம தவத்தாலுமே காணாத பெரும் ஞானம் பெருகும் அப்பொற்பாதம் பணிகின்ற கண நேரமே இணையில்லாத வரமாகுமே.
குருபாதமே நித்ய குருபாதமே நம்மை காக்க மண் மீது நடை போடும் திருக்கற்ப தரு நித்ய குருபாதமே. குருபாதமே நித்ய குருபாதமே நம்மை காக்க மண் மீது நடை போடும் திருக்கற்ப தரு நித்ய குருபாதமே.
Very beautifully, we all can see how personally, right after Swamiji assumed the role as the emperor, as the Guru Maha Sannidhaanam of the Madurai Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham, Swamiji himself personally went around and re-established the entire enlightenment ecosystem that survived and thrived in the sacred city of Madurai. The Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham. Kailasonnata means the Unnatonata of all the Kailasas, the best of all Kailasas, the best of all Kailasas. That is why Kailasonnata. Kailasa Unnata means the best of all the Kailasas is Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham, which established and revived by Devi Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashiva themselves. Devi Meenakshi ruled the kingdom so beautifully. Swamiji explains how during Devi Meenakshi's reign, the kingdom was so powerful and advanced, such as she literally used to appear on, like how today we have Swamiji coming on the two-way video conferencing for all of us. In those days, in Devi Meenakshi's incarnation, she used to appear on people. Each one's house used to have a granite slab, what we call as Krishna Shila, right? And all the citizens used to apply Jnananjana. And at the same time, Devi Meenakshi used to appear in all of their houses and give them, she'll appear and conduct the cosmic code, conduct the divine darbar. And the power manifestation wise, they were advanced. Peace and prosperity spread all over. The adharma had completely been annihilated and she was re-establishing back the dharma. And Devi Meenakshi had trained her own personal women army, and she had her commander-in-chief was known as Sumati, and she had the Ashtasakis, the trained doctors, and she governed the entire Madurai civilization, establishing various educational institutions, establishing hospitals, establishing different the guest houses for travelers. She did so many different aspects in which her kingdom was so advanced, so powerful.
And it was a matriarchal civilization. Like true Hindu feminism was radiated in that spiritual kingdom, and under her rulership is where all these things flourished. And it was known as one of the most advanced, technologically advanced, and the best civilizations that ever existed on this planet.
And when Devi Meenakshi gets coronated during this time, literally you'll see that the entire cosmos, actually as per the cosmic calendar, also as per the cosmic alignment, today is the most powerful occasion where Devi Meenakshi gets coronated. And in that exact muhurta, in that exact same time, the Madurai temple conducts the coronation. Swamiji will himself be accepting and the coronation, because all of us will be witnessing this grand celebration where we see the entire cosmos celebrate the Archavatara, deity of Devi Meenakshi, and the Nijavatara, the embodied form of Devi Meenakshi, celebrating the entire cosmos, celebrating their divine coronation.
Now we are going to be seeing oneness capsule, a short oneness capsule that shows how the coronation ceremony had happened in 2012 when Swamiji was coronated as the 293rd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam of Kailasonnata Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham by his predecessor, the 292nd Guru Maha Sannidhaanam, who got a vision, cosmic vision of Devi Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashivam, who gave him the darshan and revealed to him that they themselves have come down again in this beautiful form as our beloved Swamiji. and guided the previous pontiff, the predecessor of Swamiji, to actually coronate Swamiji as his successor. So let us now witness that beautiful event in the form of a short oneness capsule. So all of us can once again relish this moment when Swamiji was coronated to revive this.
देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया पतितोद्धारा पापविदूरा पतितोद्धारा पापविदूरा पतितोद्धारा पापविदूरा पतितोद्धारा पापविदूरा नित्यपुरीशा नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीशा नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीशा नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीशा नित्यानन्दा भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया 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 देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक 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 देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया पतितो नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीशा नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीशा नित्यानन्दा भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया पतितोदारा पापविदूरा पतितोदारा पापविदूरा पतितोदारा पापविदूरा पतितोदारा पापविदूरा नित्यपुरीशा नित्यानन्दा नित्यपुरीशा नित्यानन्दा भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया 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 देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक देवदेवोत्तम दीन संरक्षक देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा देवादिदेवा नित्यानन्दा पतितोदारा पापविदूरा पतितोदारा पापविदूरा पतितोदारा पापविदूरा पतितोदारा पापविदूरा भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन भस्मोद्भवकर भवभयनाशन श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया श्री नित्यानन्दा कृपामया नित्यानन्दा हरे नित्यानन्दा 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 नित्यानन्दा
we all witness the beautiful coronation after hundreds and thousands of years, where again in the sacred Kshetra of Madurai, Meenakshi and Sundareshwara themselves assumed the role as the emperors, as the rulers of the Madurai Samrajya. When Devi Meenakshi and Sundareshwara Paramashiva were in two different bodies, they ruled the Madurai. They established the Madurai kingdom. They revived and established the Madurai kingdom, and the entire Madurai flourished. And after thousands of years, Swamiji, who is the very embodiment of Devi Meenakshi and Sundareshwara, assumed the role and as the emperor of the Madurai kingdom, as a 293rd king, the pontiff of the Madurai kingdom. As an actually, the Shyamalaapeetha Sarvajnapeetham Guru Parampara is an unbroken lineage of gurus for 4,000 plus years, which was established by Iranar Sundareshwara Paramashiva himself around 11,226 BCE. Madurai kingdom itself was not started by Devi Meenakshi. It was established by Sundareshwara Paramashiva way back in 11,226 BCE. There are multiple references how